What's up, guys? Zach Parks here, and welcome back. Thanks for joining me for another episode. As always, I appreciate you guys tuning in. So, this week, I was trying to think of something just kind of fun to do around the house. Just, anything, like racking my brain for just some projects to do around home, as I'm sure many of you are right now. So I ended up, I keep a stockpile of HP5. That's my, hands down, my favorite black and white film to shoot with. And I decided that it'd be a little fun to put the old HP5 up against some Delta 3200. So what I did is I'd normally push my HP5 1 to 2 stops, just depending. I really love the look of HP5 when it's pushed to 1600. So what I did was I pushed the HP5 to 1600, and then I took the Delta 3200 and I shot that at 1600 and developed both rolls in some HC110 dilution B. Now I got a little weird with it, and of course this obviously affected the results somewhat. I don't think it necessarily had a negative effect on the Delta 3200, but so the development time for dilution B HC110 with the Delta 3200 was calling for 9 minutes, and the HP5 pushed to 1600 was 11 minutes. And I know I've always heard from a lot of other people that when they're shooting their Delta 3200, they tend to shoot it at 1600 and develop for 3200. So the development time for Delta at 3200 was, I think it was 14 and a half minutes. So what I did was I just developed both rolls at 11 minutes. So that gave the Delta 3200 a little bit extra development to kind of compensate a little bit. I don't really know if this had any positive or negative effect on it. I don't shoot a whole lot of Delta 3200. I'm really just a big fan of pushing the HP5 if I have to. I just like the way it looks. It's always worked for me and hasn't let me down yet, so why not? We just shot some, Hillary was kind enough to let me shoot some portraits of her and everything just around the house. Nothing too crazy. We cleaned out one of the corners in the living room where our records and pretty much all of our music stuff are, and shot some inside, and then we stepped out onto our little stoop out front. She wanted to smoke a cigarette, so we stepped out front for that, and I kind of finished off the rolls. Now I don't have 2 backs for my RB, so I wasn't able to just switch the back off and take the same exact shot back to back. Probably would have worked a little better if I could have. So what I did was I shot the HP5 first, and then from there I kind of worked my way backwards with the roll of Delta, as far as trying my best to recreate the shots. Now it surprisingly worked out pretty well. There were a couple that were somewhat off, but for the most part, I think it's a pretty fair comparison. The video itself is rather short. We'll go ahead and get to that, and then we'll talk a little more about it afterwards. So, you guys enjoy. Anyways, guys, I gotta say, I do much prefer the look of the pushed HP5. I like the contrast on it. The Delta, to me, is, I don't know, it's always just looked a little muddy to me. I've never gotten great results when shooting Delta 3200 or Delta 400 for that matter. I really just much prefer the HP5. I will say, this was my first time scanning on my Epson flatbed, the V550. This is my first time scanning on it in quite a while. Normally I just take my black and white. I just scan everything in the lab. It's easier for me that way. It's a lot quicker. But I knew that Epson had introduced the new like Epson 2 software, and as well as the team up with Silverfast to use that scanning software now. So I thought it'd be fun to sit down and try that out, see what it's all about. So maybe I just wasn't scanning it correctly, I don't know, but out of the handful of rolls I've shot of Delta 3200, this is what they always tend to look like. I never get great results. Not saying you can't. I prefer the HP5. But funny enough, my favorite shot from that little session was on the Delta 3200. It was this photo right here, the one of Hillary with her hand up. I really like the sharpness. I like the grain structure there. The lighting was perfect. I love everything about this photo. Yeah, so HP5 pushed to 1600, wins every time. I gotta say that was definitely my favorite shot from the day though. I did take a similar shot as you saw with the HP5, but I screwed up and accidentally did a double exposure, so who knows, maybe I would have liked that one more. Not sure, we'll never know. Anyways, I guess that's going to do it for this week. I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. Please let me know, which one you like more. Are you a pushed HP5 kind of shooter? Do you like the Delta 3200? I don't know, just chime in down below and we can talk about it. And as always, don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. If you're new here, I would greatly appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. It means a lot to me. It just helps me out, get these videos out there a little more and everything. Also, welcome if you are new. Happy to have you here. I would like to say thanks to the few people who have purchased some prints and stuff over on the Big Cartel shop over the past couple of weeks. That has been very nice. Being out of work and freelance gigs getting canceled, things are getting a little tough around here, so every little bit is amazing. So thank you guys so much for that. And then lastly, don't forget to follow me over on Instagram at ZachParksPhoto. All of this stuff will be linked down below for you to click on and check out if you'd like. And then until next time, y'all just stay inside, stay safe, keep shooting, and take it easy.